Live from New Delhi, you're watching DD India Live, India's voice to the world. I'm Prasar Bharati. Coming up in the next 30 minutes. 10 killed in shooting at Australia's Bondi Beach, including one gunman. PM Anthony Albanese says shooting shocking and distressing. Thailand declares curfew in coastal Trat province amid Cambodia border fighting. Thailand confirms first civilian kill. India emerges as world's third most competitive AI power according to Stanford University's Global AI Vibrancy Tool. At least 10 people are confirmed dead following gunshots at Sydney's Bondi Beach on Sunday. Australian police confirmed one of the shooters dead while other is in critical condition. New South Wales police say the operation is ongoing and are urging the public to avoid the area. Video circulating on social media showed beachgoers fleeing as gunshots and sirens were heard. Taking to social media platform X, Australian Prime Minister Anthony Albanese called the incident shocking and distressing, urging people in the vicinity to follow information from New South Wales police. Meanwhile, Israeli President Isaac Herzog expressed his grief over the targeted attack on Jews in Sydney.
Moments, our sisters and brothers in Sydney, Australia, have been attacked by vile terrorists in a very cruel attack on Jews who went to light the first candle of Hanukkah on Bondi Beach. Our heart goes out to them. Our heart misses a beat. The entire nation of Israel misses a beat in this very moment as we pray for the recovery of the wounded. We pray for them and we pray for those who've lost their lives.
UK PM Keir Starmer also expressed his condolences over the unfortunate attack in Australia and called the attack deeply distressing. Latest on Cambodia-Thailand conflict now. Thailand's health ministry on Sunday confirmed the first civilian killing during border clashes with Cambodia. Thailand's health ministry spokesman has confirmed that the civilian killed in Sisaket province was the first recorded death in Thailand since the fresh fighting began on December 7. The Thai army said in a statement that the 63-year-old man died from shrapnel after Cambodian forces fired rockets into a civilian area. Earlier, Thailand announced a curfew in its southeastern Trat province on Sunday as fighting with Cambodia spread to coastal areas of a disputed border region 2 days after US President Donald Trump said the sides had agreed to stop. Thailand and Cambodia have exchanged heavy weapons fire at multiple points along their 817-kilometer border since Monday, in some of the most intense fighting since a 5-day clash in July that ended with Trump and Malaysian mediation. Both Thailand and Cambodia have resorted to arms several times this year since a Cambodian soldier was killed in a May skirmish. A mass shooting took place at Brown University, the prestigious Ivy League school in Rhode Island in the United States, where 2 people were killed and 8 were critically wounded. Mayor Brett Smiley said police were still searching for the shooter who struck at Brown's Barus and Holley engineering building, where exams were taking place at the time. Brown is on College Hill in Providence, Rhode Island's state capital. The university has hundreds of buildings, including lecture halls, laboratories and dormitories. The Federal Bureau of Investigation and other U.S. federal officials were on the scene. While U.S. President Donald Trump has been briefed on the situation at Brown University, he called for prayers for the victims and said the incident as terrible.
I've been fully briefed on the Brown University situation, what a terrible thing it is. And all we can do right now is pray for the victims and for those that were very badly hurt, it looks like. And we'll inform you later as to what's happening, but it's a shame. It's a shame. Just pray.
Authorities moved students locked down on campus following a deadly shooting at Brown University to a reunification center set up at the university's sports facilities late on Saturday. The Brown campus remained in lockdown hours after the incident, killing 2 people and injuring 9. In a significant development from Canada, the country's parliament has taken a crucial step to correct a long-standing cultural misunderstanding. Canada's House of Commons Justice Committee has amended the proposed Combating Hate Act Bill C9, removing the word swastika and replacing it with the historically accurate term Nazi Hakenkreuz. Community leaders have welcomed the amendment as a landmark decision protecting religious identity while continuing to combat hate. Our correspondent Tarun Paul Singh reports from Canada.
The usage of the word swastika in hate references and its association with Nazi in this bill. Swastika, as you know, is a Sanskrit word, and its meaning is prosperity and well-being of all. The word is used extensively in Jain, Hindu and Buddhist religious texts, prayers and rituals. Usage of swastika word in hate references deprives Jain, Hindu and Buddhist Canadians their religious rights to use the word in their prayers.
The vote on 9 December 2025 followed months of testimony and petitioning by more than 100 Hindus, Jain and Buddhist organizations. The Justice Committee originally considered a clause banning display of the Nazi Hakenkreuz, also known as Nazi swastika. Community leaders argued that this wording equated their sacred swastika, a symbol of well-being and peace, with Hitler's hate emblem. The community unanimously agreed to remove any reference to the swastika.
The Nazi Hakenkreuz, which is the symbol that used by the Nazis without using the word swastika in the English version of the bill. And so my amendment, all it does is remove the word swastika from the English version of the bill. And I hope that this is something that we can all agree on given the community's representations. Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Swastika word is very auspicious, is very sacred to Jain, Hindus, Buddhist and several dharmic communities. All these groups with their allied partners advocated with the Justice Committee and several lawmakers to remove swastika word from this bill.
Advocacy groups like the Hindu Canada Foundation and the Coalition of Hindus of North America launched campaigns that generated nearly 9,000 emails to MPs and senators. Organizations said that the coordinating community testimonies, policy briefs and grassroots outreach was key to success.
Whoever is, made this policy, they did not take care of this into their account. So we had, I would say, whoever we spoke in our capacity on the policy making, at different MPs, everybody understood the concern, everybody understood that these two symbols are very, very separate and they should not be put together. That is why when the bill amendment was passed on 9th of December, you see it was passed unanimously.
Bill C9, still moving through Parliament, aims to modernize Canada's hate crime framework. It creates offences for intimidating people at places of worship or community centres, makes hate-motivated crime a distinct offence and bans the willful display of symbols like the Nazi Hakenkreuz and SS bowls when used to promote hatred. The amendment on the swastika sharpens the bill focus without weakening its prohibition of Nazi symbols.
This is a moment of celebration for all the Canadian, Jain, Hindus and Buddhists and all communities to see that now the swastika word has been removed from hate reference. At the same time, there is a lot of advocacy work ahead of us to remove swastika from hate references in media and in academia.
Hindu phobia bill, which is passed in Mississauga by Deepika Damrela, who brought this forward, and then this bill was also passed unanimously because everybody understands. This unanimous decision when it comes, that means there is something on the surface, right? So that is where these all politicians came together and they said this is a real problem which we need to address. In any society, everybody has a right to live fearlessly, right? They should not be called out because what they believe in, what is their faith.
The community living here in Canada hailed as a landmark victory by Canada's dharmic communities and their allies. More than 100 organizations from the Hindu Federation to Buddhist temple coalitions coordinated petitions, briefing and interfaith dialogues. While the battle over other parts of Bill C9 continues, this amendment sets a vital precedent given the community's hope that the legislation can be inclusive and accurate. The community now turns its attention to educating Canadians about the swastika's spiritual meaning.
Finally, the Justice Committee saw light of the day and they have finally removed the reference of swastika from that Bill C9. And I want to thank all those organizations which came together, which put their advocacy efforts in strength, and that is why this result has been made possible.
Swastika is really important. When I was born or when I grew up in India, in each and every occasion or every festival, my mother used to draw it. So that is where I learned a lot about our religion, our Hinduism, why it is important. And this has a great significance. Whenever we start any new festivities there or any new thing which we are going to begin, we used to draw it. We used to draw it at our homes, we used to draw it at our vehicles, everything. So I feel this is really important. And my family, like my kid, she's born here. So, and these are the only ways how we can, tell her that why Hinduism important, why it is important to being our roots, being connected to our culture, to our society, to our Hinduism.
From Canada, this is Tarun Paul Singh.
In a significant achievement, Stanford University's Global AI Vibrancy tool ranked India as the world's third most competitive country in artificial intelligence. India's rapidly growing tech ecosystem and large talent pools landed firmly in the third place of the list. The latest ranking highlights how India's fast-growing tech ecosystem and strong talent base are helping the country play a key role in the global AI race. This puts India ahead of several advanced economies, including South Korea, the United Kingdom, Singapore, Japan, Canada, Germany, and France. This ranking reflects not just R&D output, but economic strength, policy engagement, and public awareness of AI. And still to come on this edition of DD India Live. We'll tell you about how India-Jordan ties have flourished over the years as Prime Minister Narendra Modi is set to visit the West Asian nation. President Draupadi Murmu confers National Energy Conservation Awards 2025.
Green technology can really help protect our planet if it doesn't harm our communities in the process.
The solar panels of all the 5 sets cumulative is around 80 kilowatt. So per year there is a saving of around 1 lakh units.
As long as you have high concentrations versus low, then you can sort of harvest energy this way.
Each village has its own unique problems. We need to develop a scientifically sound yet simple model that local people can understand and implement.
Work outdoors where environmental conditions constantly change. Some weeds are larger, some smaller with different leaf shapes. With AI, many of them can be learned and controlled much more easily. That's why AI is a small revolution in this field.
You're watching DD India Live. I'm Siddharth Bharadwaj. Prime Minister Narendra Modi will begin a 4-day tour to Jordan, Ethiopia and Oman on Monday. The first leg takes him to Jordan from December 15 to 16 at the invitation of King Abdullah II. Marking 75 years of ties, the visit will review bilateral relations and regional issues, giving fresh momentum to India-Jordan partnership. DD India's Tapas Bhattacharya with this report.
In West Asia's complex geopolitical landscape, Jordan has emerged as a stable and trusted partner for India, anchored in shared commitments to peace and regional stability. Prime Minister Narendra Modi will undertake a 2-day bilateral visit to Jordan starting Monday at the invitation of King Abdullah bin Al Hussein. This marks the Prime Minister's full-fledged bilateral visit to the kingdom and coincides with 75 years of diplomatic relations between India and Jordan.
It's a truly historic and a landmark visit. This is the year when we are celebrating 75 years of establishment of diplomatic relationship between India and Jordan. And perhaps this is the most memorable occasion, and we couldn't have asked for more. We are all looking forward to his presence in our midst, the Indian community here, and His Majesty and the entire government and the leadership have been extremely positive and responsive to this memorable occasion, and we are all geared to ensure a very smooth, successful and productive visit.
During the visit, Prime Minister Modi will hold talks with King Abdullah II to review the full spectrum of bilateral ties and exchange views on key regional and global developments.
Prime Minister Shri Narendra Modi will embark on a bilateral visit to the Hashemite Kingdom of Jordan from December 15 to 16, 2025. This will be Prime Minister's first full-fledged bilateral visit to Jordan, which is coinciding with the 75th year of establishment of diplomatic relations between India and Jordan. Bilateral visit is taking place after an interval of 37 years. India and Jordan share warm and friendly relations marked by mutual trust and goodwill. The relationship spans across sectors including political, economic, defense, and strong people-to-people ties.
India-Jordan economic relations have grown steadily over the years. India is now Jordan's third largest trading partner, with bilateral trade valued at nearly $2.8 billion. Jordan plays a vital role in India's food security, supplying critical fertilizers such as phosphates and potash for India's agricultural sector. Both countries are exploring new areas of collaboration, including green energy, water technology, and food security. Tourism cooperation, along with education and digital innovation, is emerging as the next frontier as India and Jordan work towards a future driven by knowledge and innovation.
With shared values, growing economic ties, and new areas of cooperation, India and Jordan are poised to take their partnership to the next level, turning 75 years of friendship into a future of deeper regional cooperation and mutual growth. With camera person Ashish, this is Taposh Bhattacharya for DD India from Jordan.
Indian ambassador to Jordan, Manish Chauhan, spoke exclusively to DD India correspondent Tapas Bhattacharya as far as boosting cooperation between India and Jordan in the field of renewable energy, especially in adding capacity to solar and wind energy. Let's take a listen.
India and Jordan can actually work on renewable energy, new energy aspect also we saw, and in Jordan there is a paucity. Electricity, there is energy deficiency. Do you believe that India can play a major role in helping Jordan become energy self-sufficient?
See, we always look at any relationship in a South-South cooperation. We already have very strong partnership. We look at a relationship in terms of mutual prosperity, mutual growth. We learn from each other, we grow together. In the same spirit, I think as all the countries of South-South also deal with modern challenges like combating climate change, finding newer avenues for securing energy, there is considerable scope for India and Jordan. India has been playing a leading role in and has been adding to its capacity when it comes to be it solar or wind, and you very rightly noted Jordan has literally sunlight all through the year.
Absolutely.
There is scope for both cooperation, both in the solar, wind and all spheres. We would definitely like to work with our partners in Jordan for both our countries to cooperate and grow together. And in that same spirit, I think there are avenues, you're very right. We are looking at those areas to build a cooperation. In fact, I would also encourage you to perhaps see if you can meet the Minister of Energy of the Hashemite Kingdom. He is extremely positive towards cooperation with India.
We are opening new boundaries, new center of excellence here in Jordan. That is also something that both countries can work together with people-to-people enhancement, role enhancement. Do you believe that that's something that we are working really well with Jordan?
Absolutely. We do have an India Center for Excellence, which is located in the Hussain Technical University, which is mentored by His Royal Highness Crown Prince, who, weather permitting and let's keep praying, would be accompanying Honorable Prime Minister on his visit to Petra. So, like I said, we already have some base to build upon. Jordan has considerable interest in India's expertise in the field of IT. There is the new field of AI. So they are interested. As you would be aware, there is also a business forum that would be organized to coincide with the visit of Honorable Prime Minister. We are expecting some top Indian businessmen and leading lights in all such fields to be present. They will also be meeting the Jordanian business leaders, And this again would be, in its sheer scale and scope, would be unprecedented for India and Jordan. So we are very thankful both to the Indian authorities as well as the Jordanian authorities who have made sure that we are able to get a very strong business event together.
Jordan's iconic Dead Sea is drawing Indian tourists as India-Jordan ties strengthen, boosting tourism, cultural exchange and people-to-people connect between the two nations. DD India's Tapas Bhattacharya with this report.
These calm, shimmering waters are the Dead Sea, Jordan's timeless natural wonder and the lowest point on earth. Known for its mineral-rich waters and healing mud, the Dead Sea offers a unique experience where relaxation meets history. For Indian tourists, Jordan is fast gaining attention as a must-visit destination. Growing India-Jordan ties are giving fresh momentum to tourism, strengthening people-to-people connection and cultural exchange with improved cooperation and rising travel interest. More Indian travelers are discovering Jordan's iconic landscape, from the Dead Sea's serene shores to the ancient city of Petra. As relation between India and Jordan continues to deepen, tourism is emerging as a strong bridge between the two nations, bringing culture closer, boosting travel and creating shared stories that go beyond borders. From the shores of Dead Sea in Jordan, this is Tapas Bhattacharya along with my camera person Ashish for DD India.
India's President Draupadi Murmu underlined the nation's strong commitment towards a sustainable future while addressing the presentation of the National Energy Conservation Awards at Vigyan Bhavan in New Delhi. National Energy Conservation Day is observed annually on December 14 to raise awareness about the importance of energy conservation and to highlight the nation's achievements in energy efficiency. On this occasion, the President of India, Draupadi Murmu, also felicitated the winners of the National Energy Conservation Awards 2025 and National Painting Competition on Energy Conservation 2025. She expressed confidence that these initiatives will play a crucial role in strengthening India's energy security while safeguarding the environment.
और निजी संस्थानों को अर्थव्यवस्था के डिकार्बनाइजेशन को तेज करने और एमिशंस कम करने के लिए उत्कृष्ट प्रयास करने हेतु प्रोत्साहित किया जा रहा है। मुझे विश्वास है ये सभी कदम ऊर्जा और पर्यावरण के संरक्षण के लिए प्रभावी सिद्ध होंगे। ये प्रसन्नता की बात है कि सरकार द्वारा बिहेवियरल चेंज के लिए भी अनेक कार्य चलाए जा रहा है। प्रकृति के साथ संतुलित जीवन शैली अपनाने की चेतना भारत की सांस्कृतिक परंपरा का मूल है।
The centre imposed the most stringent emergency measures in Delhi NCR on Saturday. A 5-point action plan as per stage 4 of extant graded response action plan is applicable with immediate effect in the entire NCR. This 5-point action plan includes steps to be implemented, ensured by different agencies and pollution control boards of NCR and DPCC. These steps are: stop entry of BS4 truck traffic into Delhi. All LNG, CNG, electric, BS6 diesel trucks shall however be permitted to enter Delhi. Enforce strict ban on plying of Delhi registered diesel operated BS4 and below heavy goods vehicles. Ban C&D activities as in the GRAP stage 3. State governments in the NCR to mandatorily conduct classes in schools for children even for higher classes in a hybrid mode. State governments may consider additional emergency measures like closure of colleges, educational institutions and closure of non-emergency commercial activities. Time now for some sports news. And Yerson Mosquera's stoppage time own goal gave Premier League leaders Arsenal victory over bottom of the table Wolves in a dramatic finish on Saturday. The Gunners were frequently frustrated by a stubborn 5-man Wolves defence and took until 70th minute to take the lead when Bukayo Saka's curling corner was pushed onto the post by Sam Johnston and the ball bounced off the goalkeeper's back to put them ahead. The thrilling victory means the Gunners are 5 points clear of Manchester City. They next travel to Everton next week. Liverpool defeated Brighton 2-0 in the English Premier League on Saturday in the presence of Mohamed Salah. Salah was subsequently left at home for Liverpool's 1-0 Champions League win at Inter Milan on Tuesday, but he was one of the Reds' best players at Anfield, to the delight of fans who welcomed him with a standing ovation. Salah's assist for Hugo Ekitike's second goal gave him the outright record for most goal involvements for a single team in Premier League history with 277, passing Wayne Rooney's 276 with Manchester United. Following the victory, Liverpool manager Arne Slot said that there is no issue to resolve between himself and Mohamed Salah, despite a turbulent week following the forward's scathing criticism of the team.
No, for me there's no issue to resolve. For me, it's now the same as any other player. You talk to your players if you're happy or unhappy with things, but there's nothing for me to talk about after what happened against Leeds after the game. And I think what you see is what you get to know, and that it was in the squad in my first substitution, and all the other things that has been said in that conversation. I never speak about when I speak to Virgil or Mo or any other player. I never told you guys where we talk about.
Argentina football star Lionel Messi is set to attend a series of events today in Mumbai on the second day of his GOAT India tour. The day begins with the Argentine football legend attending a pedal exhibition at the Cricket Club of India. He will feature in an exhibition football match at the iconic Wankhede Stadium and participate in a philanthropic fashion showcase with Uruguay football star Luis Suarez and Argentine teammate Rodrigo de Paul. The final leg of the tour takes him to Delhi on Monday, where he will attend a function at the Arun Jaitley Stadium, bringing an end to his 3-day visit. Dogs paraded in crowns and capes with the 7th edition of the Lagos Dogs Carnival as pet owners celebrated their 4-legged companions. The display organizers wanted to reflect the rising cost of pet ownership in Nigeria. Take a look. That's all for this edition of DD India Live, but let us know your thoughts on the news of the day. For those on the go, you can get all the latest news and updates from India and across the world on DD India mobile app. The app is available on both Android and iOS platforms, and you can scan the QR code on the screen to download that. We'll be back with more news as it breaks here on DD India. I'm Prasar Bharati from all of us here in Delhi. Thanks for watching DD India Live.